I'm Cobe Mikacich with Obrien out at Freedom Wake Park. I would like to talk to you guys about wake surfers and fin setup. Right here I have the VR2, which is a surf style wake surfer. And the nice thing about this board is we have the options of multiple setups. It's got 5 inserts. So the way I set this up now is I have a thruster, which is the 2 outside fins with a trailing fin. The reason why I have this setup is I like to put guys on it that are just kind of learning how to do their first carves and want stability. This is really good because the 2 outside fins give it really good tracking, but it also helps you travel up and down the wave. And then I like to put a smaller fin in the back because I feel this is a good way to learn your edges on your board and not have too much grip, so that when they start moving around a little bit, the board will give a little bit of a release with a smaller fin and not a big fin. Another nice thing about this setup is you could do like a 4-fin setup. You could take this fin out, install fins here, and that's going to give you really good tracking forward, but it's also going to make the board hook really nice. So if you want some more aggressive turns, moving into that is going to still give you good stability, but really let you get aggressive going up and down the wave. So that's a really good setup on the VR2. But I also have other setups here, like on the HD2 here. This is also another surf style board right here. And I put smaller fins on this because I like to put guys on this board and really get them to start learning how to use the rail of the board and not rely on the fins so much. And then also if guys are wanting to start doing floaters, slides on the wake, or even 360s, I'll put them on this because then we could start manipulating the board and spinning the board around and not having too much grip. What I notice when guys are starting to learn 360s, if there's too much grip in the tail, the board wants to thrust and travel away from you. And when you're learning 360s, you really got to learn how to break the fin loose and stay in one position and rotate down the wave. And so I kind of have this set up as like my cheater setup when you're learning 360s and learning how to do floaters and slides on top of the wake. And then we go on to, this is the sensor. So this is more of kind of a skim style board, but it also has a thruster setup. So depending on how you like to ride, you can either do the thruster setup or you can just go to this nice little fin in the back. This is really good when you really have learned how to grip the rail with your riding, and it's really good for doing shove-its and spins and 720s on the wave. This is a really good thing. It's kind of, it's enough there to give you grip, but it's so easy to just release the board when you want it to release. So that's nice to have these options. That hopefully that'll give you a better idea of the fin setups, and play around with it, because we've noticed that the fin setup is really important and you can get the board to react differently just by the size of the fin that you put on it. So enjoy, get out there and ride.